I don't know why it's like that. I didn't do that.
He looks like he was about
To
to
dethrone it.
announce the WWE Championship.
And in this corner.
Idiot.
Weighing 12 pounds and with only one functional knee.
Don't talk about me.
Have you been recording the whole time? Oh, that's
great.
wonderful.
You gotta let a bitch know.
Oh, no.
I
Why
need
would
to know
do
when I
that?
have to behave or
That's the
not.
new intro, though,
yeah.
but I'm glad we did that.
Oh, Lord. I do want it to be warmer. Every time we walk past this pool, I'm like, if only it was warmer.
The pool that's still covered and has
Yeah.
leaves on top of it?
Yeah. But I know it's there.
It just needs a little bit of tension and
Yeah.
love. And
Uh-huh. And also for it to be 50 degrees warmer.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, something's got to be usable from that.
It has to be. Welcome back to the MxMatched podcast.
Stupid.
Episode 9.
Episode
What the
9.
fuck?
We're doing it.
How do we do that?
I don't know. We're almost 10.
We
Almost 10.
found shit to talk about for 9 episodes.
Apparently.
Unfortunately.
Oh, not
And
unfortunately.
people are still listening. Huh?
Yeah, that's the real tea. You're still listening 9 episodes in.
Well, and the great thing about our previous episode is now we know how to have guests via Zoom.
Yeah.
So now if we maybe find some interesting guests
Yeah.
that want to talk shit with us,
So even more tomfoolery.
we can zoom in on them.
If they know how to use Zoom. I don't know how to use Zoom, so.
It was a couple of YouTube tutorials that taught me.
Thank you, YouTube. I got my bachelor's degree from YouTube.
I knew
YouTube
what
University.
I knew what buttons to click and what boxes to check.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot of menus in some of those.
Listen.
Oh, speaking of Zoom, rest in peace to Skype.
Oh, did it die?
Microsoft announced, this is so funny too, because I was talking to John last recording session about Skype versus Microsoft Teams, because Microsoft owns Skype. So I was like, why did they develop a competitor to an app they already own? But they announced this week that in May, they'll close Skype for good.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's been around forever. I feel like,
2005?
it's time for it to go.
Yeah.
The doo-doo.
Well, it was haunting. The first podcast that I did, I used to run a gaming podcast with one of my friends in high school, and we did it
Via
through Skype.
Oh. I was listening to one of our favorite podcasts the other day.
Which one?
The Bald and the Beautiful.
Not those two hookers.
Those two hookers. And Katya asked another one of her,
Insane
wise
questions.
and wonderful questions.
This is funny because I watch every episode that they post, but this is the second time you sprung a question on me that is from Katya, and I don't know it. So
It's pretty recent. So if you've listened to one of the
I've
recent
listened. I'm up
episodes,
to
then-
date, but I don't know what the question is.
And I can give you my answer
Oh,
while
Lord.
you think of yours if you need.
I put that
But
shit
if
on in the
you're-
background while I clean, and
you know-
so it's just me and Trixie and Katya hanging out while I do my dishes.
If you're quick with it and you're like, oh, I know the answer to this, and you want to pop off. I can give my 2 cents later.
We'll see.
But Katya, in her wisdom,
She do have wisdom.
She
She
said-
honestly is really smart.
well, and then also like, I don't know, it was channeling like my inner autistic meal. So
Oh,
she was
God.
like, if you could only eat the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what would it be? And like you could include like a drink or whatever.
But it's the same meal every
It's
time.
the same meal every day, every time. And that's all you eat for the rest of your life. The same meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can include a different drink every time if you want to. And then I also threw down here, I said 3 snacks. So if you want to add 3 snacks. I don't remember if they did snacks, but we can do snacks.
So is it, I have to pick like I eat this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The
You
same
eat
thing.
this for breakfast every day. You eat this for lunch
Oh, I'm
every
taking
day.
3
You
meals.
eat this for dinner every day.
Okay, so here's the problem: is I
You eat like a bird. I know.
yeah. So I already eat for breakfast every day. My breakfast already is just a protein shake because I don't eat breakfast.
See, there you go.
I'm
That's
doing
simple.
So a chocolate protein shake. It has to be pea protein because I can't have whey protein. That's milk, baby. I can't have the whey. Yeah. You're gonna learn I just don't eat.
So for my breakfast, I said a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit
Ooh, that's good.
because I kind of do that anyway.
Yeah.
Not every day, but
I
mean,
do it. I do enjoy a sausage, egg, and cheese. Now
do
that we
love
have
me a
eggs at the
sausage,
coffee
egg, and
shop,
cheese.
I eat a lot of sausage.
Well,
egg,
and then
cheeses.
I spoil myself because like I make it myself, and then like I scramble my own eggs and put,
Yeah.
you know.
Like, this is exactly what I want.
I'm a fat ass.
Stupid. What's your lunch?
Okay, so my lunch would obviously be chicken fingers with honey mustard.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was trying to decide where the chicken was. The chicken for lunch or for dinner? You know?
But no, also with the Ruby Tuesday salad bar. Like, I need the salad bar with it.
That's so specific. So specific.
Because that salad bar has everything on it.
Oh, my God.
So I could, like, change it up every day if I wanted to, you know?
You're not wrong.
Got me
You're
a little
not wrong.
salad. Got my fiber.
That's sort of a loophole right there.
See? I'm
Love
smart.
that.
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah, but I only eat like 3 things
You're a
anyways.
bird, so.
When you initially posed the question, here's how drastic I thought this was. I thought you meant eat one thing for the rest of, like, every meal. It's the same thing. I did come up with an answer.
Well, let's pin that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. in just
Love
a
that.
second.
Yeah. Okay. I guess for lunch. Oh, I don't know.
Dino nuggies.
That's so.
And mac and cheese.
Not mac and cheese. I can't eat too much mac and cheese. I don't know. A lot of times for lunch, if I'm not at the shop, it's like I'll eat like a can of tuna with some crackers.
A bird, ladies.
I
and
mix
gentlemen.
salad dressing in there. Can of tuna with some diced up olives, some Parmesan cheese, and some Caesar salad dressing.
Okay, well, so you like fancy it up.
Yeah.
You-
And then
it's
crackers.
basically tuna salad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or you can do barbecue sauce is good too.
I don't eat canned tuna like that. Or
I-
pouch tuna or whatever it is.
or any of them. Yeah.
Unless it's ahi tuna that came off that boat this morning at 4 a.m.
I don't eat fish, so canned tuna is the closest I get.
Oh.
Yeah, because it doesn't taste like fish. I don't know what it tastes like. Canned tuna.
Canned
I don't-
tuna.
And for dinner,
Is there something that Connor has made that you're like, oh my God, I could eat that forever?
oh, that's changing the game. Because he's made some. The thing is they're all fancy French words, so I don't know what any of them are. He has made some good things. Honestly, my favorite thing is when he just makes me like steak with some sort of side.
I literally said steak and potatoes with green
Last
beans.
night we did we did filet mignon with some sort of, I can't tell you what he did to the beets, but he cubed the beets and cooked them in such a way that it was delicious. He also put some like it's not an orange, it's some sort of specific species of orange. He because I said oranges and he was like, no, there, and I was like, I've never heard that never heard that word before in my life. And then he also like made these. He took some apples and like turned them into like apples, like little slivers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he put them in a liquid, almost like maybe like a rapid pickling situation. So they had like, it changed the flavor. It was good. And then he made a sauce.
A sauce.
The sauce, I can tell you what it is because he used the last of his port wine. So it's just a port wine sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm a sucker for. I just love sauces. Yeah. So that was my dinner last night. And then, also, you know the sugar cookies with like an inch of icing from the grocery store?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 of those.
I hate those.
I love those.
Oh, my God, I hate those so much.
Yeah.
So was that your
Oh,
one?
my answer if I could only eat one thing
you could
forever was
only eat
going to
one
be a
thing
wada chicken.
A wada chicken?
A wada chicken combo with French fries and a Dr. Pepper or a Coke. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I love a wada chicken.
Literally, honestly, okay, if I could eat it, if I could have it every day, it would be fucking Goldfinger's chicken fingers.
I've never.
It's like Dothan Troy.
Yeah.
But I have to have honey mustard.
Today, while I was at work, Fruit Bat was like, I've been getting Instagram ads for wada chicken, and I know it's your fault.
Because you've been saying it.
I
Now my phone, I'm going to get ads.
Yeah. Oh, I had, in the same vein, today, Fruit Bat also asked me at work. She said, would you rather give up coffee for the rest of your life or Taco Bell for the rest of your life? And she genuinely thought that I was going to give up coffee for Taco Bell, which, true to form, would be something that I would consider. But I was like, I think for the investment that I've made into this career, I should probably keep
Say
coffee.
coffee.
I've sank a lot of money into that business. It'd be bad if I couldn't have coffee.
What were those new things you tried at Taco Bell?
Oh, they're called Crunchwrap sliders, steak Crunchwrap sliders. So they're little tiny Crunchwraps. They're literally like this big.
I want to
like
try one.
Maybe 3 inches in diameter. Yeah,
They're good.
they're good.
Oh, did you have some too? Wait a minute. When did you go
He
to
got
Taco
that text from
Bell?
me, and he said, "I'm going to Taco
I'm going
Bell
to Taco
right
Bell
now."
right now.
No,
Yeah. Let
this
me
is a
open
couple
that
days-
app, get the rewards points.
Mhm.
They're
this is
good.
Several days ago.
Did you
for
get this little
lunch.
sauce?
Yeah.
The queso sauce.
Yeah.
It's real. It's not Velveeta. It's like actual
It's
white
not
queso.
Velveeta.
Yeah.
Can you believe that it is already time for spring break?
I mean, yes and no.
Like, where?
I-
I
as-
thought it was just New Year's.
we
I thought
live-
we just had a
Truly.
New Year's party.
2025 is rolling.
What
She's
is
rolling.
going on?
I have such a love-hate relationship with spring break as somebody who lives in a college town.
Well, I mean, I feel like because we've already had this conversation a little bit, it
Yeah.
sounds like we have very different spring break experiences.
Absolutely. Yeah. And by that you mean you had spring break experiences and I did not.
A little bit, yeah, I would say. Yeah.
Did you do any of the classics like PCB, Disney World?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, because being from Enterprise, Panama City was an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So spring break at Panama City, when it was good.
Yeah.
By the way.
Because it's not anymore. That's
It's
actually
not anymore.
something I wrote down. Was that spring break isn't what it used to
They
be?
have so many like city ordinances
Yeah.
and regulations
Yeah.
and
Well,
everything.
I like this. The local government for a lot of those beach cities in Florida have basically, they were like, we don't like this behavior.
Well, and I don't
And
think
it's
they
messy.
can handle
And
the
people
insurance
were,
liability.
Well, people were also like getting hurt. People
Yeah.
were getting like raped. You know, it was like, kidnappings, and
Drugs.
occasionally death.
Yeah.
That's if I were working for the city, I would try to find a way to curtail that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I used to live in South Carolina, so we didn't live, close to Myrtle Beach. We were on the mountainside up in the
Yeah.
Greenville, Spartanburg area. But we still could have driven to Myrtle Beach for spring break, but we never did. All my friends did though. That was up there.
That
It
was
wasn't
the thing?
PCB. It was Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Yep. Myrtle
I
Beach.
can see that though. Yeah.
No, and I think it's still a spring break destination, but I think they're sort of the same way in that they, a lot of those popular, all of the ones that have been featured on like the MTV Spring Break, where they've done
It's no
those
longer
different-
MTV
Yeah.
Spring Break.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace to MTV in its entirety, basically.
Period.
Where's the music programming?
It's not MTV ain't MTV in.
Yeah. I did not really do a lot of travel for spring break. When I was younger, it didn't happen because I have two younger siblings, and they were sometimes like when I was really young, they were just too young to really travel or whatever.
Yeah.
So we didn't really do much travel. I was a Boy Scout in elementary school.
Period.
So sometimes spring break was just camping trips. And then also like even after I wasn't
Okay,
a
now
Boy
that's
Scout,
fun, though.
it was kind of cute. Even after I stopped being a Boy Scout, we still did camping trips, usually during spring break because it was the time
That's when everybody was off.
everyone was off.
Yeah. I mean, I did have like the normal spring break
Yeah.
experience. I did not. So when I was in high school, I did not get to go to spring break to Florida by
Yeah.
myself.
Oh no, no,
My
no.
parents were in tow.
I
Absolutely.
never took a trip in
like
high school
these
or
high school
college.
kids that just got to take off to
Yeah.
the beach by themselves. My parents would never.
Yeah.
Debbie would never. Do you hear me?
Yeah, not
Uh-uh.
happening.
We had a family friend that had a condo at Panama City.
That does
Beach.
make the travel easier.
So she would just text her and be like, "Is anybody in your condo this weekend?"
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "No, y'all go have a good weekend or whatever."
Yeah.
And down to the beach we go. So like spring break would be easy to book up real quick.
Yeah.
So my senior year, I was like, I want to take friends to the beach,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And so that's what I did. I took some friends, which I cannot believe she let me take my gay friends.
Oh.
Anyway, that should have been she should have
Yeah.
known right then and there. Anyway, but I mean, it was just fun. We did get to like do what we wanted by ourselves a little bit.
Yeah,
But no, she was down there with us.
yeah,
Watching, helicopter, which is probably a good thing. 'Cause
yeah. Yeah, again, it can get wild. Yeah, no, crazy.
that was when Panama City Spring Break was Panama City Spring Break.
Yeah, crazy
and it was
shit.
packed.
Absolutely.
And not only that was when La Vila was a thing.
Yeah.
And nightmares,
Yeah.
horror stories.
I've heard so many crazy spring break stories of people that are,
We didn't stay long.
and they barely remember.
Did not.
I
stay
don't.
long.
And also, the older I get, the less I want to go to a city that I just know is going to be really packed.
I like our boutique bar.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my one of my bullet points in my notes is that I actually like that during spring break Auburn empties out, and I get a week of like peace.
Reprieve.
That gnat's coming
Did
to get
you
you.
see that?
Yeah. Little fruit fly said, "Give me good."
Coming after the
Oh
fruit.
my god. Yeah. Ah! That's so funny.
still here. No, yeah. For my junior year, if I remember correctly, because that was ages ago.
Time sure do be
Well,
flying.
junior year of high school. We went to Chicago for spring break. We had a show choir competition.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was.
I've never been to Chicago.
Deep dish pizza.
Oh, I don't like deep dish pizza. Well, I've never had real like Chicago, but
It was so good. Where's the cheese? It's under the sauce.
oh my god.
I mean, it is under the sauce.
I know. That's a whole
Now, okay, so my spring break.
junior year, yeah.
No, my spring break, my freshman year of college.
Oh.
So I went to community college. So
Me
my
too,
first
before I
2
dropped out.
years of college, I was still living at home.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff. And so I had also just come out to my
Yeah.
parents at this time as well. So I was like, I'm going to somewhere for spring break.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And so I went to visit my friend Tristan, who lived in Mobile. He was going to Spring Hill at
Yeah.
the time. That's where I almost made out with the drag queen. But I didn't know she was a drag queen because
Yeah.
she wasn't in drag.
Oh.
See?
Okay.
Oh, that whole spring break was filled with new adventures.
Uh-huh.
That's the first time that I'd smoked weed.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a real spring break right there.
ever.
I still haven't had one
Like
of those.
we were in a dorm room.
Can I do
and like
spring break
somebody
as a
had put, like,
30-year-old?
a towel under the door,
Yeah.
and like out comes this like 4-foot bong, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
What is going on?
like little sheltered me. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is
That's
this?
a beautiful vase. There's no buttons and
I
plugs
think
and
I was
secret
more
codes.
astounded that they were hiding a 4-foot bong in a dorm
That
room at
is
a Catholic university.
Yeah. 4 foot is not
Like it was
yeah.
massive. Like it was giant.
Imagine move
I'd
out
be scared
day.
to put that
Imagine move out day.
in my I'd be scared to put that in my like car and travel with. Like how do you even
You know they probably bought it down there
Yeah.
at a head shop and took it to the
Yeah.
anyway.
One of my most memorable spring breaks, in middle school, we went to Mobile. We were supposed to camp, and it decided to rain, not sprinkle, rain,
Monsoon
heavy
season.
rain. So my dad was like, all right, we're going to have to pivot. And he got a motel, like truly sketchy motel. Probably shouldn't have stayed there. It was fine.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. But he got us a sketchy motel. And instead of just doing the camping thing, I think we still went on like a hike on one of the okay days. But instead, we just
That one of
like
the okay days.
because I'm serious, it rained for the whole like 4 or 5 days we were down there. It was bad. But we just walked around and like explored like museums. We did like we went to a Mardi Gras museum. We went to a firefighter museum and an old firehouse at Holborn, like old fire trucks and memorabilia. It was kind of cool. We did a bunch of museums and some cool restaurants and stuff. And we also did, because down in Mobile they've got the USS Alabama.
Yep.
So we did that because that was on the original.
That's
that
how
was
I
on
knew
the
I was
camping to-do
claustrophobic.
list.
Do you hear me? We went on a field trip to that one time.
If you think that's claustrophobic,
that's how I knew I was claustrophobic.
that one is a little in the because it's smaller than. I've toured the USS Alabama twice, and I've toured the USS Yorktown, which is an aircraft carrier. It's in Charleston. I've toured the Yorktown 4 times.
Yes.
There is a. Oh, good.
USS Drum.
That's cool. There used to be a submarine in the same park as the USS Yorktown in Charleston, but I toured it twice, and then the third time I went, they had announced that I toured it once. They used to keep it in the water, and you had to get on a little bridge to get in the submarine. And then the last time I toured it, they had it up on cinder blocks because the hull was deteriorating and they couldn't maintain it.
No, thank you.
They had decided shortly after my last time I toured it, they were like, we can't maintain the submarine, so they emptied all of the electrical components and they sunk it as a man-made reef, which is still cool. But it sucked that they lost that because it was a cool part of the park. But they do have, I think the Yorktown still has 2 other small ships docked next to it that you can. There's like a medical ship and some other
In
it's
Boston,
cool.
there's the USS Constitution, and I want to go on it.
I
so
would love to tour the
badly.
USS Constitution. Yeah. Okay, so
Any other spring break?
do you think spring break is done now that all of the beaches don't want the students and stuff? I've noticed. I'm old,
okay.
so I read the news. So I've read a lot of articles that apparently a lot of spring break behavior is changing in younger kids, and also, I mean, the young kids, they're drinking less.
So I was on campus the other day, And in the student center, and me being nosy, listening to everybody's conversations, because that's what I do. This group of girls were talking about going to the Bahamas for spring break. So,
Oh, money.
Well, it's Auburn, so
Yeah.
money. So I think the people who can do spring break are doing it.
Yeah.
And just going somewhere.
But those people that have always had the money, they weren't going to PCB.
They weren't going to
They were
Panama
going to
City.
fucking Hawaii or going on a cruise.
A cruise,
Yeah.
Well, I think the people now, the people that did go to PCB,
Yeah.
they're working.
Yeah.
They can't afford a spring break.
Yeah.
When college is not in session, they're still back at home working that job because rent don't go anywhere, honey.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think the cost of living.
I think that's why spring break has changed a little bit too.
Yeah.
Just the economy.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Speaking of break, do you want to take a break?
Let's take a break.
I would love to take a break. We'll be right back.
Bye.
I'm going to put the chicken casserole in the oven.
Not the chicken casserole. I have to decide whether I'm going to drink a second White Claw.
Well, if you eat some chicken casserole, you can drink a second White Claw.
It's like a treat.
It's like a treat. Tired of boring design that makes you wanna vomit? Then you need Creative Vomit Studio, your one-stop shop for eye-popping design that'll make your brand shine. Need a killer logo? A website graphic that slays? Headshots that scream professional? Creative Vomit has you covered. And hey seniors, don't forget those all-important senior portraits. Let Ian capture your uniqueness. Visit creativevomit.studio to schedule your consultation and unleash your creative genius. Creative Vomit Studio, design that's anything but bland.
I was told by my ENT that I
Listeners,
don't.
my mouth is literally hanging open.
It's
'cause
wild.
I'm like, what?
There's a lot of science. Yeah, because there's different types
Well, I
of
mean, I
CPAP
guess that
machines.
makes sense. Some
Yeah.
people probably need a little bit more air.
Yeah. Well,
than
my dad
others.
broke his nose 3 times, so he
Oh, it's
doesn't.
fucked.
One of his nostrils is literally like 90 something. I can't say anything because my right nostril is 90% blocked. So she's also decorative.
She's decorative.
Yeah, but they make some CPAP machines that are like just in your nose. They're non-invasive. They just push the air. And then my dad used to wear the one that was like the full mask. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Don't they make ones now that
They're really small. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would need that.
yeah.
Because I'd be
But no,
tossing and
you
turning.
should get a sleep test. Also, sleep with a wedge pillow. Sleep elevated.
And welcome back to the MxMatched podcast.
I am not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. I'm Skittles.
And I'm Colana. Thank you so much for hanging with us for 9 episodes.
Good God. All right, so we talked about spring break. I guess it's time to move on to something else.
And I feel like this is perfectly timed
Honestly.
because the more we do these Avondale shows, the more crowded they become.
Yeah.
And hopefully this episode finds those new Avondale attendees because we need to talk about some audience etiquette, honey.
Absolutely.
Audience etiquette. Now, where did you say that you stole the cunt thing from?
So I took it from the Drag Night at the Nick.
Oh,
Twat
hell
has
yeah.
been using it for a couple months, but Twat said that they took it from a show that they went to that somebody else was using it.
Period.
So Sisterhood of the Traveling show
Sisterhood of
opener.
the Traveling
But
Cunt.
I remember the first time I heard it and I was like, this is great.
It's perfect.
And I messaged Twat after the show and I was like, that was great. It's a good little quick ditty. Yeah.
Right. So obviously the C stands for consent.
Yes.
And that goes all over both
for
ways,
the
back and
performers,
forth.
for the audience.
Yes. Don't touch
Yeah.
people in the audience. Don't touch people that are performing. The performers won't touch you unless you want us to, But consent,
Consent.
Don't touch people that
Yeah.
don't want to be touched.
It is sexy, but also mandatory at Misfits shows.
Always ask
Yeah.
people,
And U stands for understanding. That
understand.
there are all kinds of drag and performance styles.
Baby, this ain't RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah. You're not
okay?
going to like everything you see. Maybe you will. That'd be kind of cool.
I would
but
love
like,
it.
understand that you're going to see different kinds of performances, different types of performers, especially at our
Right.
shows, because we be
Right.
booking all kinds of people. And we have several different show styles now that we're working at these different venues.
And I'm here for it.
I love it.
And I love a variety of entertainment at a show anyway.
Yeah. I
don't
don't want it
wanna
to
go-
all be the same 5 kinds of.
No.
No.
I don't want to go see the same people
I
want to
see
pop
5
numbers over and over
absolutely
again.
different performers. That's entertaining.
That's entertainment.
That's how it feels.
That's worth my cover, honey.
That's how Drag Night at the Nick feels. It is
love
just 7 of the absolute
one of these
different
days,
performers.
I'm going to get to watch one of those
It's
shows.
so. If I get booked again, you've got to come with me.
Well, I'm always busy when they have. I'm always somewhere when they
Yeah.
have a show. But next time,
Yeah.
hopefully not.
I hate it. I'm gonna miss it. Fruit Bat is in the one on March 22nd, and that's when we're having our King show here, so I can't go see her.
Period.
Yeah, because I'll be busy. Shocker.
Well, and I also don't want to message and be like, "Hey, I would love a booking at the Drag Night," and I've not been to a show. Like that feels like I don't want to be that person.
I don't think
So-
Twat would feel any sort of way.
So I want to go and support a show before
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, I would love a booking."
I
you
did.
know?
That's why I went. I went to the one in like July or August with Buttons, just to like. I just wanted to experience it.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, this is everything I
And
thought it would
sometimes
be.
it's nice to
Yeah.
experience it from an audience
Yeah.
point of view before you go
Yeah.
and perform.
Yeah.
So you kind of know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You know.
I knew where to park. That.
But understanding, this
Yes.
is not RuPaul's Drag Race,
Yeah.
honey. We do not have the funds to throw money at drag like you see on the TV.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Now we be trying to throw some shimmery shit together,
No, I mean we try in, but like we're not.
but you may see that same shimmery outfit a month from now.
Oh,
Because
you will. I'm a serial outfit repeater, and I don't feel bad about it at all.
It's just so.
And now that I'm having more and more of my costumes are custom pieces or pieces that are made to order, you better watch me wear
You're
that
gonna see
outfit
it
out
multiple times.
Yeah, because with the money I spent on that shit, but also I'll be wearing out them Fashion Nova bodysuits too.
Well, the fast fashion, if it lasts,
Yeah.
you know, it's good.
You have to know how to shop fast fashion.
That
As
part.
a drag performer, I know how to do that. Some of these girlies don't. Yeah. 4-way stretch. Love her.
In the end,
Yes. N stands for no funny business.
no funny business. This is our show, not yours.
Yeah. And if you're weird, we're going to fucking kick you out.
Absolutely.
And I have. And I'll do it again.
I'll do it again.
I'll
Bye-bye.
do it again.
But
Anyways.
no funny
No
business.
funny business. Absolutely.
This is our house. Act accordingly, or we will kick you out.
And my favorite part is tea.
Tip a bitch.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a no-cover show. okay?
Yes. We saved you $10.
You didn't have to pay a cover at all, so you can
Yeah.
tip a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Now, yes, you can also spend a little bit more at the bar.
Do
Absolutely.
that too. Tip your bartenders.
But tip
Yeah.
a bitch.
Yes.
Tip a
What do you
bitch.
want?
Aaron said go up. Build up.
Build up?
We would need an elevator.
Oh.
Build
If we're
up.
going to have
A third
floor,
floor.
if we're going to have a third floor of Avondale's, I need an elevator.
So many stairs. Especially with all
climb
these walking the speakers.
Oh no.
What? Who died?
Dolly Parton's husband.
What?
Yeah.
Dolly Parton's husband died?
Like 30 minutes ago they announced it.
Oh.
That fucking sucks.
Sorry, listeners, for the detour, but we got this news in real time. Moment of silence for Dolly Parton's husband. So, cut is
Yeah.
perfect
And I'm going to keep using that for the
to
shows.
explain.
Love
and
it.
once I memorize it, it'll be really great.
So now that we've talked about cunt, I do have some good old some hot takes just about show etiquette things
Me
I've
too.
seen.
Let's banter off of
Love that. Love that. What is the first thing? Let me see if I can even read this.
My first thing is don't get on the stage unless you are invited onto the stage.
That's funny because my first thing is don't talk to me if I'm not talking. Because there was a girl that was shouting at you at the Mardi Gras show trying to talk to you. There were like 2 or 3 people that were trying to shout stuff.
Baby, I couldn't hear half of it. Not,
That's the
no
thing.
offense. The
No,
music
it's-
was loud, and
yeah.
that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
But unless you were in front of my face trying to have a conversation
Yeah.
with me, I'm sorry, I couldn't
And
hear you.
also, it's live theater. We can see you, you can see us. So a little bit of like cheering, whooping.
But
like,
there is a fourth wall.
yes. And
There is a fourth wall.
we're not having a conversation.
We're putting on a show.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't stop a Broadway show to ask Elphaba where she got her nails done.
Stupid.
The current Elphaba, though, Emma.
She just finished her last.
Yeah, this is her last
one.
week.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to know where she gets her nails done, she takes you with her on TikTok to get her nails done.
Well,
so just,
and she also has a YouTube channel. She does the behind the scenes.
She does. I love that. Well, she does. I see a lot of her TikToks because she does like I think she calls it while she's degreening. She always sits down and she like
I think
answers questions and stuff.
I don't know if every, but a lot of the Elphabas that I've seen have done a a week in the life of Elphaba, like
Yeah.
follow me
It's kind of cool.
for like their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it is, I love it.
It is, yeah.
I love watching every
There's
minute
not
of
a
it,
lot of
trust me.
roles like that where you're expected to do
Traditional.
like that level of like insane
Drag.
And there's a lot of rules with the Elphaba too. Like she can only like there's like 3 or 4 approved nail colors.
Right.
Because and even this
And
standbys.
she has to like take a picture and be like, can I have
Yes.
this color on my nails?
The standbys and the touring standbys
all
and the
have it.
swings, they all are also under the same rules. They can only have their nails painted those colors. Because what if they have to be Elphaba?
Right. But in that same vein, though, my thing is being respectful of everybody's art.
Yeah.
Like, we already touched on it a little bit. This isn't RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
You may not like everything that you see on the stage. You don't have to like it to be respectful of it.
Yeah.
Okay? You can still applaud.
Yeah.
If it's not your cup of tea, go to the bar, get you
Yeah.
another drink, go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
whatever you need to do. But don't be
Also,
negative.
It'll be over in 3 minutes.
Don't
and then
heckle
somebody else will
nobody.
be on stage. Something I did see at this show, and I've also seen this a lot at the coffee shop shows. I kind of love it when people sit like on the ground, like they're
Okay,
creating like a
that
stack.
was really cute.
That was kind of
actually.
fun. It was like we're
People
hanging
sitting
out.
like
Yeah,
crisscross applesauce. What would be even cuter is if we could have some pillows to throw on the ground
Yeah.
to like kind of encourage that type
yeah,
of thing.
it's cute.
Because I wasn't mad at that.
No, because it gives more room for more visibility.
comfy, too.
Yeah. Also, sitting is nice. If you know if you're gonna park it and you're gonna watch the whole show and not get up,
Park it.
cop a squat.
And everybody that was
Absolutely.
parking it was tipping. So that's
Yeah.
And that's one of my next bullets. Do
Yeah.
not be on the front row of a drag show
If you don't
if
have
you
money
don't have money to tip.
and you're not living. Like I
Like,
know you might run out, but like you
if you
need
are
to be
just
engaged,
standing
yeah,
there,
or on your phone.
Don't be on your phone and be on the
Yeah.
front row. Like
Yeah.
if you're not about that life, move.
Yeah.
Somebody in the back is trying to
trying
watch
to
the
live their
show.
life, yeah.
And you have here muscled your way to the front to
Yeah.
stand there like a knot on a
Yeah.
log.
And some of these
Move
people
out of
look
the way.
bored.
Right?
It's like, well, if you're bored, go sit down.
Mm-mm.
Hate that.
What else you got?
Oh, this is a little specific to me being because I work on the production side of things as well as on stage. Don't interrupt me if I'm doing something. I know y'all all want to come talk to us, and we do want to talk to you. But if I look like I'm actively trying to solve a problem or do something, now is not the time. I
am in the middle of putting a speaker on a stand.
Yeah.
Or if I'm in
Yeah.
the middle of plugging an iPad into a
Yeah.
soundboard,
Yeah.
now is not the time to ask me how my week was.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I love you.
Yeah.
We will do that in 10 minutes when I go to the bar and
And
get a drink.
I've had a lot of people try to have like
Me too.
long conversations with me while I'm trying to DJ. And now that I'm like really DJing, it's like,
Oh, baby, y'all, she is DJing, honey. She is mixing that music
baby,
live.
I have to pay attention. Like I can't just, it's not.
This isn't AI, honey.
Yeah.
This is not Spotify.
Not a
She is
playlist.
mixing that shit live for you.
And I will miss cues and like not be able to like pick the next song or like listen.
I think I made you miss a couple
yeah.
of cues.
I listen. There's
We were
this
talking
was
so much shit. Well, my last hot take for audience etiquette, and I feel like I'm about to be preaching to the choir because the only people that are going to listen to this are the people that probably don't need this information. But I really wish people who come to drag shows would understand that this is a queer space.
yeah.
And that they need to be respectful of the queer people that are in that space. Because at that moment, during that drag show, that is our safe space. And if you were coming in there as a cis person, as an ally, you need to understand as an ally that sometimes that's our only safe space. That's our only way to escape.
Well,
and if you come in there and you make it a
these-
hostile environment
Yeah.
and you're bumping into people, moving people out of the way so you can get to the front of the line to see the show, bitch, no.
And Auburn doesn't really have.
Many queer spaces.
Yeah, where all of our spaces are sort of borrowed. So just let us have.
One night.
Yeah,
One
literally
night.
just one. Yeah, I mean, you just talked about that. My last point was like just be nice to the whole audience. You need to respect personal space. Like it's just as important that you are kind to the rest of the audience.
I feel like that's like a world issue right now, though.
Yes,
It's
a lot
not just like
a lot
in
of
the queer
people don't
clubs.
have bar etiquette or public space etiquette.
I don't-
People are
I don't
singing at
understand.
concerts and ruining concerts for other people. They're, it's weird.
And like you're on speakerphone in the middle
Everywhere,
of Winn-Dixie.
everywhere. Yeah.
What is
FaceTime.
going on?
We got unlimited data and we just became monsters.
What is going on? Like these are shared spaces. Did nobody teach y'all
Yeah.
how to use a shared space?
Yeah.
Did you forget in the 2 years of COVID that we were all locked down together, how to share Walmart. Like, I don't understand. That's, dead ass, 100%.
Just fucking respect everyone's like personal space.
Be respectful, bitches.
Yeah.
We're going to take another break before we do our work it or tuck it and eat our casserole. Ooh. Did you ever watch Doug? Was that a cartoon that you watched as a child?
Let me look up a picture of Doug. I feel like I know who he is.
For some reason, the Doug theme song is literally always stuck in my head. And I don't know why.
Doug, can I spell the word cartoon?
No.
This little fucker?
Yes.
I don't remember the theme song, but yeah, I watched Doug.
Hold on. That has to be the Doug theme song.
What if it's not? Now you
I
just
would
don't know
die.
this song that's in your
Now
head.
I don't know the song in my head.
Okay, good. You're not crazy.
I am crazy, but it's still...
Well, at least you did. At least you identified it, and it wasn't just like this like little melody that's trapped in your head.
Well, that happens a lot. Welcome back from the break. It's time to work it or tuck it before we go eat our chicken casserole.
This one is not themed.
These
We're just
are
gonna
random.
we throwing
as
spaghetti at the
fuck,
wall, baby.
and it's not gonna stick.
Nope. I have 3 random things to talk about.
Well, my first one goes along with the month of March, I believe.
That's good.
How do you feel working or tucking about this false spring that we're having right
Everybody every year. I'm from here. We have a full spring. It has a name. Full spring. We have it every year. You get 1 week where it's beautiful, 70 degrees, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's summer." It's not, baby. It's not. It's not. It's gonna be cold in April too.
Because
It will
always
warm
gonna
up
freeze one more time before Easter.
It's gonna warm
Always.
up at the end of April.
Yep. As soon as Easter's over with,
Here y'all,
comes the sun.
global warming is real. So summer starts a little bit later than you think, and it's going to still be 90 degrees in October.
Oh,
That's
God,
what's
it's gonna
happening.
be so hot
because
for
it didn't
Halloween.
get cold until November, December.
Yeah. And
It used to get cold in September?
So they thought this year that we were going to have like a really bad winter. And that did not happen.
We did get our first
So-
snow in 7 years.
But it didn't like hard
It
freeze.
wasn't crazy snow, but it
know?
was more snow than we've
I don't
gotten in a
think
long time.
I don't think anybody down here got into like single digits.
Yeah.
You
No.
know? It didn't
Well, there
get
were
that
parts
cold.
of Connor's parents got more snow in Florida than we got here.
Global
Wild.
warming.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. It was crazy.
But our work it or tuckets are just
Fucking,
stupid.
yeah.
You know,
we
so-
just going to be shouting shit. Yeah. So,
Fall,
buckle
spring,
up. It's going to be
tuck
cold
it.
a little bit longer.
Because
and you
it
just
gives
going to
me
have to be okay.
It gives me just a little sampling of the sun, and it makes my
listen.
seasonal depression go away for just a second.
Yeah. Listen, I do like when it's warmer outside because I am,
Anemic.
yeah. However, it's one of the most comfortable times for drag. Mm-hmm. When you're wearing all the tights and the pads and the boobs.
Now
and
listen, I wore pads for the Mardi Gras parade because I was the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
But like from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, so you need that-
I need
that
the body,
silhouette, yeah.
right? I was sweating.
Yeah.
On
Well,
a
that's
float.
the thing. The sun.
We were moving.
The sun. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Love it.
But yes, tuck it to this false spring because it makes me really want spring.
It's going to be cold just a little bit longer, and y'all are going to have to deal with it.
Next.
Love that. Okay. My first worker to target is we talked about this a little bit earlier, the Get Ready With Me TikTok videos.
Oh my God. Fucking tuck it.
So it's a whole genre. My favorite
Fuck that shit.
are the boys that are only doing it to get views because they're hot.
So they can show you.
Yeah, so they can show-
a 3 second of them trying to pull
Them
their
holding
pants
their
up
dick,
and their
yeah.
bulge is right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like, baby, that's for you.
Also,
it's so cringe.
Some of these boys are lying.
Oh, that's a lovely packer that you have
Yeah.
in there.
Thank you.
Who sponsored that
Who
for
took my
you?
cucumber on my fridge? Yeah.
No,
but no,
my thing
they
about
always
those-
make a point to shake it.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
They got to dangle it in
Yeah.
front of. They got to
So
dangle
silly.
the worm.
So silly.
My thing about these Get Ready With Me's are they sit out in front of the camera and are all in a huff and a tizzy. I have 30 minutes to be where I need to be. Get ready with me really quickly.
So you're filming.
Bitch, why are you
You're
filming?
filming. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have 30 minutes to be where you need to be, but you're going to film it.
And like we have said many times, social media is so fake.
It's all fake.
They're not running late.
They put all that shit on, filmed that content.
They press stop recording, and then
they took that shit
they
off.
eat their Taco Bell, and they take
and
it
they
off.
went and sat on the couch and played some
And
Call
then
of Duty.
Or they go straight to editing that video in CapCut.
Or straight to editing that video.
Yeah, while eating Taco Bell, taking off that makeup. Yeah, so silly.
It's
so silly.
Yeah. Tuck it.
Yeah.
Fucking tuck it.
I do like the really niche get ready with me. So they're like, get ready with me to go to my truancy court or whatever. Like it's like it's like, let's go. I love when it's a story.
Now, I love
when
get
it's
ready
really
with
specific.
me
Yeah.
that's going to give me a good garment. Like if
Yeah.
your outfit's going to eat at the end,
Well, there's
I'm
a
here for
couple.
that.
There's a couple people
But if
that
you're just putting on some jeans
Yeah.
and some white tennis shoes,
they're like, get
and a
ready with
crop
me
top,
to go to Erewhon. I'm like, whatever.
Bitch, no, get ready with me to go to Whole Foods. You
Yeah.
have on a cardigan. No.
Yeah.
No
Stupid.
offense.
This is my sweater. It's from H&M.
But you're a cardigan girl.
I do. Yeah. Love that.
So my next work or tuck it. So you're not as southern as I am, but I do remember, you working at Cracker Barrel and they do have this item on the menu.
I did. Yeah. I don't act super southern, but I am from here.
Work it or tuck it, grits.
I hate grits.
Ah.
I hate grits. I hate them so much. They're disgusting. They're so not good. And let me tell you what, I think Cracker Barrel made it worse.
Cracker Barrel has the worst grits.
Well,
I do
they're
not order
good.
grits at Cracker
but
Barrel.
It's
They're
because
disgusting.
they're complimentary. All of any of the
Disgusting.
classic breakfasts all come with. They call it a breakfast setup. It's the tiny bowl of grits,
yeah.
the grits,
Uh-huh.
the white gravy, and the biscuits.
Because that grits cost them 9 cents.
It's super
to
cheap.
make,
Yeah,
You know?
And they make it in like a 5-gallon vat because I've made the grits.
a lot.
It's a lot. And I didn't like making them either.
I
they're
like
not good.
my own personal grits that I make at home. But I also, okay,
Well, then maybe I do need to try.
you need to try a fancy grit like at Zazu's or
Yeah.
Cafe 123, like
The thing
those
is,
stone ground
a lot
grits.
of people love like shrimp and grits, and I don't eat shrimp. So
Well, okay,
I need,
so do you like a pork chop?
yeah,
Okay, so at Zazu's, my favorite thing to get.
pork chop and grits.
Okay, yes, it sounds crazy, but I get their glazed pork chop,
Oh, I love a glazed pork chop.
grits, and green beans.
All right.
Delicious.
What's in the grits? Is it just plain,
It's
or are
just
they
plain stone ground grits. There
Okay.
may be a little bit of cheese in there,
Yeah.
but it's not like
Well,
overtly powerful.
I love cheese. So
You know?
have you ever had cream of wheat?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the northern.
it's
northern.
it's the
grits.
northern. Well,
Yeah. Well, it's because it's wheat instead of corn product.
I call it the northern oatmeal.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those where like I am from here. I'm raised Southern, but like my parents they both lived in the North, and my mom lived in
See,
the Midwest.
this is why I did the grits
so,
thing.
Yeah. But so I ate cream of wheat and I'll eat it as an adult. I have a box of it. It's an easy meal. you know. I did when I was a kid. I would only eat it with just like regular white sugar. But as an adult, I've done like brown sugar, strawberries. I'm like actually putting things in it now.
So-
the brown sugar changes the game.
That's
baby.
like me when I was younger and I ate French toast and I only ate the French toast, but now I eat like French toast with like berries and like all like accoutrements.
Well, see, that's where
on it.
when I was a kid, my mom only made French toast with cinnamon raisin swirl bread. So when I like started eating other people's French toast or going out to eat, and it was just like, and now listen, I love like brioche or sourdough or whatever, but
I
like
love a brioche.
you can't compare a regular piece of sourdough bread to like cinnamon raisin
No,
swirl bread.
no.
I thought all French toast was supposed to be poppin', and then at Cracker Barrel it's just made with sourdough, and it's good, but not as good as cinnamon raisin swirl bread.
But I work at grits. I love me some grits.
I wish I could. Maybe I gotta do some research.
You gotta just make Connor make you some good grits.
and
'cause
he'd
bet,
like it.
I bet he could.
Yeah, no, well, because I think grits are...
Invite me over that night.
Okay. I'm trying to figure... I think I'm going to do this one next. We're going to save my craziest take for the
God.
end. How do we feel about the prevalence in the last year or so of more and more themed drag shows? Not us. In general, they're everywhere. They're inescapable. Everybody loves a themed show
Listen,
now.
I also love a theme show because it kind of, as a performer, sometimes a theme really helps you narrow down what you're going to do. If I'm booked for a show and there's not a theme attached to it, my options are endless. I can do whatever the hell I want to.
Anything you've ever done.
But if it's a theme show, that kind of inspires me a little bit more because I might get a little bit more creative with my costume.
Yeah, dig through the closet, think about some things.
Like
Yeah.
that. We did that outer space show one time.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I literally made up a whole new costume just for that
Yeah.
show, just because I was feeling inspired.
I mean, we've been
creative.
trying to do more theme shows. We did our Valentine's show was themed.
Right.
It was supposed to be like love songs and breakup
We're
songs.
gonna do a Gaga
It was
show.
cute. We're gonna do a Gaga show. That's exciting because we've talked about doing
Gaga forever.
Gaga specifically, but like just themed like a pop
And
diva
so,
theme show.
A thing that Wussy Mag does that I think we could also adopt down here is they do like a divas show. So it'll
Yeah.
be like two divas.
Yeah.
And like it'll be their music all night long.
Yeah.
So like somebody could do it was like I think the one I did was Ariana and Nikki.
Yeah,
And so I did Ariana, obviously. And then, so
it's cool. There's some good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst theme show you've seen that like doesn't make sense? You look like you got an answer. Because there's some good ones out there.
everybody's gonna hate me for my answer.
What? Do it. Say it.
I cannot stand a 90s themed drag show.
Why?
It is the most overdone theme for a drag show that I've
I don't
ever
even think it's
seen.
overdone for drag shows.
It's overdone for everything.
Yeah, for, like,
It's
club
90s
nights,
everything.
DJ
90s
sets,
club
yeah.
nights. Like, I hate a 90s theme
Aren't we
night.
supposed to be doing a Y2K show?
That's 2000s though, right?
You know people are going to pick music from the 90s.
I will do some Britney Spears 1999, yes.
Okay. I think it should be 95 to 05.
I'm here for that. Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
We need to be strict.
I hate a 90s theme.
Yeah.
I do. I'm sorry, y'all.
I think
Do you have a theme that you hate?
I think some of the versus themes are a little silly. Now the diva ones make sense, but some of them, yeah.
I can see that.
I do also love, even if it's a little crazy, I think some of the people that do these theme shows have a way of pulling it off. Like some of the themes that Wussy has done, I've been
Yes.
like, that's crazy. But I also know that Wussy has like, they've been working with so many performers for
They
so
have the
long.
clientele,
like
too.
they know that they can pull off a Muppets brunch.
Which is hilarious,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. That's great.
Would that work here in Auburn? No.
No.
But in Atlanta,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
worked out, yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I think Wussy's kind of cornered the themed brunch
I'm
market.
here for a theme show. I will say work it for a theme
Yeah.
show. Absolutely. Because sometimes it does, like I said, inspires me a little bit more. It helps me narrow down my song
Yeah.
choices. That's for sure. Especially like
Yeah.
if the theme is like country night or
Yeah.
if the theme is
I think you need to be careful how you choose the theme. Some people go too niche, or they go,
work it theme
yeah.
shows.
It's fun. I like it.
They're
It's a good
fun.
challenge.
They're fun. It is
Yeah.
a good challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It helps me
enjoyed the
stay on my
Valentine's
toes.
show.
Now that we don't really do open stages like we used to.
No, and it used to be
a good
every
theme
month.
show helps
Yeah.
us keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
Well,
it's also, we've been doing drag long enough where a good theme show is a good reason for you to like
find
try
a new
something
outfit.
different, buy something new or whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of excited for the King show.
Oh, the King show's going to be so fun. Yeah. I'm nervous because it's
Whip out
going
some
to
of
be
my
so
Z machine.
different than I've ever done. Yeah.
Because I always perform so femme.
Yeah.
So like,
It'll be fun.
I'm about to butch it up.
Buttons is going to kill it and I'm going to hate it.
They kill everything, and I hate
Yeah.
it. Work it or tuck it. This one, I guess, kind of is on. I did snag this one from one of our earlier segments.
Uh-oh.
Work it or tuck it. An audience member that's like waving a tip in front of your face, and then when you go to grab it, they snatch it back.
If the denomination is less than $10, if you pull it back, I'll keep walking.
And like, who are you to dictate for me to dance for a dollar bill?
$1. Also,
Baby, I don't need your dollar bill that
this
much.
this is just not just a me, but this is a specific we don't work in venues that have a spotlight, so we have very limited vision.
Period.
And I wear whiteout costume lenses. I can't see that many details.
Wave your dollar for sure,
yeah.
but don't snatch
Yeah.
it away from me
Don't
when I come to
snatch
get it.
And I don't know. It's going to be harder for me to like interact and see what you're trying to do anyways.
And do understand, like Skittles said, sometimes the lighting we can't really see.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to tip an entertainer and they don't really see you or
Yeah.
like they can't tell that you're trying to tip them,
Yeah.
like maybe raise your dollar a little bit higher. You can wave it back and forth
stick
a
it
little
out.
bit.
Yeah, give us some.
know?
But don't. The
But
snatching is really. It's not
That's
cute.
so
It's really not cute.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And especially
the next person that does that to me, I might just thump them between the eyeballs and be
it's-
like, "Don't do that."
the people that
Snatch
do
the
that,
dollar.
they're always only tipping $1.
only $1.
Yeah.
Baby,
Yeah.
that's not a 20 in your hand.
Yeah.
If you had 100, I
Baby,
might do a
for
split
100,
for you.
Yeah. You won't get back up.
I won't get back up. Somebody
Yeah.
will help me. No, but tuck it. Do not, do
It's
not
not
waggle
cute.
your money around
It's
in front
not
of me like
cute.
that.
It's
and
not
snatch
cute.
It back.
And if you do it enough, we will remember you, and not for good reasons. And we'll tell the other people at the show.
I was
hey,
just about to say, I'll tell everybody else on cast.
Yeah.
That bitch is
There's a really annoying
snatching
bitch
her money
up
back.
front. Yeah. Don't bother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tuck it.
Yeah. Not it. Not it.
Tuck.
I got one more for
Una
you.
más for chicken
All
casserole.
right. Work it or tuck it. Poppers at the club.
Now that seems very targeted, Skittles. That seems
Well,
like a very targeted work it or
We
tuck
just
it.
both had different experiences
I
Saturday.
love poppers at the club so much. I probably shouldn't, but I love poppers in general. Like, it's so bad for my brain development and my frontal lobe.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to have dementia by the time I'm 50. But there's something about that house music playing.
Yeah.
And the drinks
Well,
flowing.
that's where I mean, poppers
and the
became
poppers
a cool.
flowing.
Poppers became like a
and we're
part of
just
American disco culture in the
dancing,
70s and
like-
80s. Yeah.
And I was so happy that you remembered your poppers because I forgot mine.
Oh my god.
And I
It
was
was
so
cute.
upset.
The first couple hits were cute. I think I just overdid it.
You hit it too much too quickly. You got to let
Yeah.
yourself breathe.
Well, I also had you brought me a shot and then Violet brought me a shot, and so I think I had too much to drink too close together.
I cannot tell you how many
Girl.
shots I had.
It was dangerous.
Cannot.
It was so funny too because I know it wasn't just us because when we messaged everyone else that was in
In
the
the
show, it
group
was
chat?
like
Fucked.
nobody got up before noon.
Fucked. I stayed in bed. Okay, so I had rehearsal at 3:00.
Yeah.
I stayed in bed until 2:36.
Yep. Yeah. I think I got up. I tried to get up around 11 and I took a shower and my body was like, no.
Nope.
So I went back to bed and then I think I got moving around like 2.
I think I got up like to pee twice, and that was
Yeah.
it. And then
Yeah.
at noon, I rolled over and I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, I should get up and take a shower and find some food
Yeah.
because I got rehearsal.
Oh, food was not.
And then I went right back to sleep.
I ate club crackers and drank
Oh,
water.
no. See, I got to eat because I need something to soak up this alcohol.
I could not have eaten. It was when I say I ate club crackers, I mean like one at a time, slowly and tenderly.
some
I
ginger
ate
ale
one
too,
cracker.
didn't you,
Yeah.
baby?
Well, Connor walked to the gas station and got me a Gatorade, and that healed me.
I cannot.
Yeah, it was
I
bad.
cannot.
It was bad. That's my last work it or tuck it.
Well, thankfully,
So
we
I
do have
guess-
a couple of comments
Uh-oh.
on our previous episodes. This tells you where we are when we record. Our wonderful, wonderful friend, Sarah, commented on our Valentine's Day episode, and they said, you people are amazing. I love listening to the podcast. So many laughs. And I know Sarah sometimes works nights, so I
Yeah.
bet she pops her earpods in and listens to us while she's working the night shift. So
Take us to
love
work
you,
with you.
Sarah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. And then another one of our wonderful friends, Erin, who has commented a lot. And Erin also is a frequent listener. Like when our podcast drops that morning, Erin is out there looking for it, like ready to go. So we love you, Erin, for that. Thank you so much. Erin said, thank you so much to this crew commenting on our Spotlight on Black History Month episode. Erin said, I could listen to Tokyo Soapbox all day long.
Tokyo was a good guest.
There was a reason that episode was as long as it was, is because there was so much that we talked about that I just could not cut out. Like I just couldn't. It was such good.
It was good.
Like such a good learning experience for everybody.
And even just, I mean, the Misfits is hard for us all to hang out, not at shows.
Right.
So any opportunity for any amount of us
Even
to just
over
hang out
Zoom.
and talk is great.
Even
It's so
over
good.
Zoom,
Because
yeah.
we are all so busy. So sometimes we really only see each other at the shows. And when you're at the shows, you don't always get the chance to like really hang out and talk because we're trying to like have a show or whatever.
Literally have a
Yeah.
show or whatever.
Yeah.
Honest.
It's crazy.
Who you
I'm
telling?
glad so many people liked the Black History Month episode.
Yes,
That was
and-
very fun.
So what I'm loving, and I would have to.
I also loved, you said several people messaged because that episode got published later in the day
that
than normal.
episode did
The
get
people were
published
like,
later in
where's
the
the
day.
episode?
Where's the episode?
Yeah.
Damn it! So fun fact about the Black History Month episode: we recorded that episode the Wednesday before it dropped. Because getting 5 people's schedules together
I think
to
it
sit
got moved
down and
3
record-
times.
It got moved 3 times.
Yeah.
Just because like life happens, right? But that episode we recorded on a Wednesday, I edited it together. It took me 8 hours
Yeah.
Friday that's all I did Friday was edit that episode.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I was done, published that
Yeah.
bitch. So I did have a couple people message and they were like, "Hey, where's this week's episode?" And I
Like,
was
I'm
like,
trying,
so
I'm
sorry." But we've garnered about 100 listeners. And so that makes me very happy.
That's
so
cool.
Thank you so much to our listeners who come back every week listening to us bitch about stupid shit and talk about nothing.
It's only going to get stupider.
Literally nothing.
Only going to get stupider.
Oh, it is only going to get stupider. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. And we would love to hear from you. We haven't had any voice memos
Yeah.
or emails or DMs or anything like that. Actually,
Yeah.
I did get a
Uh-oh.
DM. Oh, I don't know if she wants me to share it on the pod though.
Uh-oh.
I'll have to ask her
Yeah,
and
maybe
come back.
episode 10.
Episode
Celebrate
10.
Yeah.
Episode 10.
But yes, you can absolutely please send us dumb shit so that we can react to it, talk about it. Send us your own work it or tuck it. Send us your own hot takes.
and
Be so
as you
great.
can see, it can be anything.
No, there's no rules.
There are no
We
rules.
are
The limit does
yeah.
not exist.
In fact, the weirder the better. I love strange questions. So, because I love coming up with an
Did
answer.
you watch Stranger Things?
Yes.
I didn't.
It's good.
Sorry, it's just strange. My
Yeah.
ADD
You were like,
brain
yeah,
went
it's
there.
good. Do you like sci-fi?
Yeah.
It's a mixture of sci-fi and fantasy.
Yeah, I do like
a
sci-fi.
little bit. In fact, the way it was described to me, at least the first season, before I watched it, and a good way to describe it is the kids operate in a fantasy world,
Mm-hmm.
and the teenagers operate in like a horror
Mm-hmm.
suspense, and the adults are the science fiction. So they're all operating in their own genre, and it's only when they all come together at the end to solve the problem, and they all take their own ideas, that they have the full picture.
Well, I
It's
might
really
have
clever.
To add that to the server.
I do hate it's taking them way too long in between seasons. This is the last season, the one that's supposed to come out this summer, I think.
I don't know what's taking so long with these goddamn.
Well, the writer's
episodes.
strike was part of it. They just started production when the writer's strike happened, and then the actor's strike was right after that. So the whole thing got put on pause. But Netflix,
like
with,
my Gilded Age.
Netflix with some of their shows, they have just taken too long. That's something that I think in general, it's taking too long, and it takes too much money for them to make these.
So my
shows.
thing about these Netflix TV shows and these production companies, if you are gonna do, like Bridgerton, for example,
yeah,
it comes from a book.
yeah.
So you kind of already know the storyline and where that's going to go. If you drop season 1 and you see how people love that so much, wouldn't it be beneficial, like Wicked, to just film seasons
2 and
back
3.
to back?
And that's how
Just like,
some
whew,
shows
go.
do that. Well, and I just don't get it because back in the day,
Back
20
in the
years
day.
ago, when everything was on cable, you'd have a season every year.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes 2 seasons. And
Family Guy kind
Yeah.
of really doesn't stop.
yeah.
Like it takes
Yeah.
it takes a little bit off in the summer,
Yeah.
but like what's
But
Family
even it's
Guy
not
on
as much as it used to be, which is
How
kind of
many
annoying.
seasons does Family Guy have?
24.
It's crazy.
I think it's 24.
I think Simpsons has the most, right?
32.
Simpsons has the most seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and
I mean, I couldn't watch that, The Simpsons. I had to wait until I was in.
I'm not surprised.
In college.
My dad doesn't like adult cartoons either. But I don't think it's he didn't think they were inappropriate. I think he just thinks they're not funny. So
Oh, he
I
doesn't
didn't
like the
watch
humor.
them. Which is funny because I wouldn't. I mean, my dad, I don't know.
You know what
It's
we
not
couldn't.
high or lowbrow. My
we
dad,
couldn't
I don't
watch
know.
Seinfeld. My dad hated Seinfeld.
I never watched Seinfeld. I don't think it's funny.
I don't
but-
like the humor either.
Yeah. Oh, how do you feel about Friends? That's a hot take.
I can turn Friends on in the background and let it be like background.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not finna sit down and watch a Friends marathon.
It's not that funny. And
I'd rather watch Queer as Folk.
it's not that relatable either.
Well, because
I
we're
don't know.
gay.
Yeah. You talking about the American Chris Folk, the original one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the UK Queer as
I
Folk.
didn't either. I love the American one. I have never finished it. I couldn't start the last episode because I didn't want it to be over with.
My parents did not know that I had access to Logo TV.
Yeah.
And so when Drag Race was a thing,
Yeah.
I think I started season 2
Yeah.
because I could watch Logo.
Yeah.
And I would watch Drag Race at like 2 o'clock in the morning when
Yeah.
it re-aired.
When it reruns, yeah.
Girl.
I think the first season of Drag Race I watched was season 4.
So I started
And it was on Logo on regular TV.
I started season 2 in the middle of it because my friend
Yeah.
Tristan, Spring Hill,
Yeah.
he was like, "Have you heard of this TV show Drag Race?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you got to watch it." And we had just like gone to the gay club for the first time
Yeah.
together, underage, snuck in.
Yeah.
Anyway, and like I had just saw a drag show for the first
Yeah.
time, so I'm like, mouth
There's a TV show
open,
about this? Yeah.
Like, what is this
Yeah.
culture that I'm about to be immersed
Yeah.
into? And so like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
reruns, Drag Race, turn it on.
Yeah.
And
I watched 4, 5, and 6 not while they were airing, but I watched them like once I watched a couple episodes of season 4, I was like, all right, this is interesting. The first season I got to watch every week as it was happening with season 7. Game changer. It was yeah. She's not listening, but Quinta, you're incredible with Abbott Elementary. It's a season.
I wish I could
a-
watch that TV show.
I know it's trauma. It's
I
so well written.
wish I could watch
It's
that
so
TV
well
show.
acted. It's not. I hate you know how every season now is only like 6 or 8 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Abbott's got 20 episodes a season, like it used to be.
He had it on the other day, and I think I made it through 10 minutes of it, and
Yeah.
I was like, I am so
Too
sorry.
relatable. Yeah.
But we have to turn this
Yeah.
off because trauma.
Love it.
I was like, you want to know
Yeah.
how a school is?
Yeah.
Watch Abbott Elementary
No,
School
yeah.
because they are not like that's.
Yeah.
Those writers have been in a
Yeah.
classroom, honey, because
Yeah.
all of that shit literally could have happened.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah. But they do at least a season every year. They don't make you wait too long between seasons.
Bring
That's
it
how
back.
yeah.
Bring that back.
Bring back yeah.
And you know what I'm happy for? SNL is getting better again.
I know.
SNL had a moment
It was
where
bad
it was
for a couple
trash,
years.
just
Yeah.
absolute garbage.
Gaga's hosting on the 8th.
I know.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
watch. Well, I watch SNL now.
I don't
I don't watch
regularly
it live.
No, you watch the YouTube.
I watch the YouTube
Yeah.
when it comes back on.
Yeah, but I watch it.
But it's good
Yeah.
shit now.
Why can't?
Well, I mean,
well,
look at
Saturdays,
what's
we're
happening
usually
in the
at
world.
We're usually at
They've
shows
got
on Saturdays.
the
so it's hard
content
to-
writes itself nowadays.
Yeah.
Since we're here.
Yeah, these kids don't even know.
Well, how do you feel about Will and Grace?
I've never seen it.
You've
I
never
do.
seen Will and Grace?
Never seen. It's on my to-do list.
Okay.
And is the reboot as good as the original?
No.
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 I've heard
It
it's
lost
good.
its je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. Well, I think it was.
know?
I think it was very much a product of its time. Some things just can't.
Well, 90s,
Yeah.
There's something about 90s TV.
Yeah.
You just can't
Yeah.
recreate it anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
It's hard. I do think that TV definitely started shifting in like the mid 2000s.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder
Those
for good.
and those primetime sitcoms suck. Every
Yeah.
single one of those. Any primetime television show that comes on at 7, 8, 9
Yeah.
o'clock on like CBS or NBC, they all
Yeah.
suck. Except for you. What was it? What was that Western show I like? Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. I haven't seen it,
Oh
but
my
I've heard
God.
really good things.
I
Yeah.
love Yellowstone only because of Beth. Oh my God. Beth,
I love that.
favorite fucking character ever.
I love that.
Holy. And I didn't know that bitch was British.
Oh, fucking!
I had
one of
no
the-
idea.
One of the adult
Her
actors.
southern accent is perfection.
One of the adult actors, and actually several of the actors in Yellow Jackets, the adult and the teen actors, are British. And I didn't know it until because one of the I think her name's Melanie Linsinki. She's one of the adult actors in Yellow Jackets, but she's in a couple because she was in 2 episodes of The Last of Us. She's in a couple things.
Oh,
But
The Last of Us.
everything that I saw her in, she was playing an American.
Oh.
And then I watched an interview that she did
Same thing with
for
Beth.
a TikTok thing, and I was
Yeah.
like, was like, wait, what? And it's not only is she British, but like
Yeah.
her like pitch and voice is just so
like
different.
Beth was on
Yeah.
like some late night. I think it was like Stephen Colbert or
Yeah.
something like that. And I just heard it. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And I turned my head and she was there and I was like, wait a minute.
Who is
that voice coming out of that person?
It's crazy. I love good voice work.
I love this little tangent we went on.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody
here at
write
the end
these
of the
shows
episode.
down. Watch some new shows for you.
Thank you so much again, like we said, for joining the pod. Feel free to send in all of your funny shit to our email, social media.
MxMatched podcast.
We've still got TikTok for a little bit. We've still got
I don't remember, it was
Instagram.
150 days
We've got
since the last of
Facebook.
January, so a little
We've
bit
got
longer.
Blue Sky, if that's your gig nowadays.
I don't know how that
I don't
works.
log into
I
that,
feel
but
like I'm gonna have to
it's
get on
there. But thank you so much for sticking with us for 9 episodes.
And get ready for episode 10. I don't
Because
know what the
we're
fuck's gonna
not
happen.
stopping. We may
Lordy.
we may do like 12 episodes and then take a break this
Yeah,
summer.
I think we're
and
gonna
then
take a
come
break
back.
in the summer
But
because Pride's gonna kill us.
Pride's
and
gonna
we're gonna
murder
need to
us.
We're gonna need to
Yeah.
take July off to go
So-
tits out of the pool, baby.
we'll probably give you some episodes through.
we gotta
maybe-
recap Pride.
We'll
Yeah.
recap Pride and then we'll take a little
gotta
summer
go to
break.
Take a sleep.
You
Take a
know,
sleep.
I love how we're figuring out our timeline
Yeah.
right here live on air.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. I love you. I'm Colana.
And I'm Skittles.
We're going to go eat some chicken casserole.
Chicken
Bye.
casserole. Episode 10. We're almost to episode 10. That's wild.
Crazy.
They like us. They really like us.
I mean, and all we do is sit here and just talk like we normally do.
I know.
It's nothing special.
Just yapping.
Y'all really let us like
Y'all just literally just sit here and let us yap at you. I
Just
appreciate
drinking
it.
and yapping.
Just drinking and yapping.
yapping.